I first went to ANYTOWN in 1999. I'm 32 now. This is going to be my 16th summer. So asking me to make a video about why ANYTOWN, how it shaped my life, is like asking a flower why it grows, but I've got some notes here. I'm gonna try. Somebody told me recently that they were jealous of my fantastic life, which I think is funny because I think it's a pretty average good life. But they said that the reason that they're jealous is because I'm willing to try anything once. And I will agree with that. What I take for granted, I realized in this conversation, is that the reason I'm able to do that is because of a lifetime of ANYTOWNs that have made me really comfortable being uncomfortable. And I feel grateful as an adult that that muscle is strong for me, because I am able to try things and talk to people because I've spent time outside of my comfort zone. And that's something that ANYTOWN does for these students. You know, when they get there, the first thing we do is have them sing these silly songs. And for a lot of them, that is outside of their comfort zone because it's not cool. You know, it's hard to be nonchalant as a teenager when you're singing this song where you have to wave your hands around in the air and spin around in a circle. And they all do these little baby motions because they don't really want to get into it at first. And what then happens is because we've pushed them a little bit, we can then continue to push them a little bit more as the week goes by to keep getting out of their comfort zone. And we hope that that will show itself in things like them talking to somebody, sitting with somebody that is a different race, or asking a question of somebody that has a different faith. And these seem like little things, but for teenagers, they're big things. I mean, we're talking about people that eat lunch largely with people that are the same race, gender, sexual orientation, and religion as them every single day that they're at school. So sitting down with a different group for a meal is significant progress. Another reason that ANYTOWN is powerful is because it's authentic. It's real. We're real. We as adults go to volunteer and we're working through our own stuff, you know, and we tell them that. I mean, we by no means pretend to be perfect or to have all the answers. And that's why we're able to meet them where they are, I think, is because we are authentic, and we have never, I will never tell a student that they have to like everybody or get along with everybody. What I will tell them is that everybody they meet has something of value to add to their life, even if they can't see it right away. And because of that, everybody that they meet deserves to be treated with respect and deserves to have the same opportunities as everybody else. And that's part of the authenticity. We're not going to tell them that they're going to go home and the whole world is going to be sunshine and rainbows, because that's not true. I mean, we know how the world is. What we're hoping is that they can get in touch with their most authentic self a little bit while they're there. Another thing about ANYTOWN that's great is that it's fun. It is fun. I mean, I'm not such a good person that I just go every year and give a week of my time out of some sense of duty. I mean, I do. I go because I think that these are important issues of our time, but I go because it's fun and my community is there and my friends are there. And it's fun for the students. So if we can help them to start to see these things in a light that's not necessarily at their school, if we can start to help them to have fun with people that are different, we can start to tackle some of these tough issues. And while we're there, we learn to be our best selves. I mean, that's another piece of the magic, is that it starts small. I mean, we embrace bad dancers and people that have crazy morning hair and all that little stuff, but that ripples into the big stuff. You know, if you can embrace somebody that talks with a different accent than you, then maybe you can start to embrace somebody that has serious ideological differences than you. And that's how ANYTOWN works. It all starts with these little ripples. And we learn, the students and the adults learn without even knowing it. In 20 years, these students are going to be our leaders. They're going to be running corporations and governments. And so what we're doing is we're planting seeds in these future leaders. And the seeds aren't going to grow immediately, even for the best of us. But I believe inside my core that every single one of them will grow. Every single seed that we plant in a student will grow. And that's why we're here. Building these leaders of tomorrow is worth fighting for.